Peace and harmony coming to you today. What is narcissistic rage? Narcissists are people who have an unhealthy, pathological sense of self-love and self-interest. They are completely devoid and lack the ability to have empathy for others. They do not necessarily have a sense of love and compassion for others. They merely see others as objective sources of supply to them. In other words, you serve as a tool or a pawn to help feed their sense of self-worth, their ego, their status. And anything else beyond that, they do not have a humanity sense to them in terms of connecting with others. They completely lack the ability to connect to others. And what you will often see is they have an unhealthy and need to control others behavior, control others' emotions, control others' thoughts, control others' success. In fact, they're oftentimes seeking more so to destroy you, which is a very strange position to be coming from. But for some reason, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, parent, they have a pathological, meaning unhealthy, desire to, I would say, harm or cause undue suffering. Now, they don't necessarily want to do away with you because they enjoy the whole process. In fact, they will, enjoy seeing a long, drawn-out suffering process from you. In fact, oftentimes, if they feel like they can no longer pull one over on you, and you are no longer a sense of supply for them, they are on their way seeking to find another target who they're seeking then to create a new source of supply. And when you start to fail to them in terms of providing narcissistic supply, you're going to see these outbursts of rage. Or they do not have an ability to discuss openly and connect with you and work things out, so to speak, because they do not have that inner conscience. They do not have that inner empathy that makes humanity go around. They do not have a sense of love in their hearts. They merely have the desire to rise up in their life in terms of possessions, power, status positions, vehicles, houses, girlfriends, sexual conquests. All these things are what they basically hoard and stack up in their corner as theirs, and everybody else has nothing. And if you no longer serve as a sense of supply for them, then they're basically, you're going to see that outpouring of rage. And they also use this narcissistic rage as a way to control you. You will see these anger outbursts directed at you, and please don't think that this is your fault. This is just how they are as people. But what they do basically is use this anger as a way to force and control and manipulate you. Basically, it's a form of coercion. And if you do not comply with their requests, or you are not docile, then you're going to get this outburst of narcissistic rage. And the outburst can last anywhere from a minute, 2 minutes, and then they're coming back to all of a sudden being very normal, which is a very strange, uncanny thing to witness when someone just had an outburst, then all of a sudden they're just as if nothing happened. I mean, it's just like they lack a memory or sort of processing of that experience, where someone, if they were violated, they would want to discuss it and have a heart-to-heart communication with you. The narcissist does not have the ability to come from that place. They just purely do not. And if you're, in narcissistic rage, or you've had to live with a narcissist, or your parent was a narcissist, your boyfriend, girlfriend, boss, oh my God, narcissist in the workplace, forget about it. It's the worst. If you've been around the narcissistic rage, you're walking on eggshells. You do not want to upset them. You're constantly living in a sense of fight or flight within yourself. You're You're terrorized to think of their next outburst. Are they going to hit you? Are they going to slam doors? Are they going to throw things? Or even worse. I mean, or they try to, make unrealistic sexual demands of you. We all know that this is not healthy and it's not right, but oftentimes the narcissist has people so brainwashed or feeling so charmed that they are almost in a forced position beyond their own will to comply with these requests. So narcissist rage is basically meant to control you, it's meant to manipulate you, it's meant to, in a pre-calculated manner, seek to have you under their guise of control, almost like a puppet. So you can give them a sense of power, control, ego, status, whatever it is, to serve their needs. But realize that the end result is a complete devastation of your heart, your soul, your joy, and your bliss. So to avoid it, avoid the narcissist. And if you can't avoid the narcissist, just do whatever you can do as best you can to be in no contact. But narcissist rage, do not take it personally. Stay away from the narcissist. Peace and harmony. Love you.